DNVR Bets Daily. Andre and RK, aka
Nice.
Professor Dre and RK here with you.
We're trying everything this show. We're mixing it up left and right, I say.
Dre, I haven't been this cold since the winter. I'm freezing. Like I've reached a point of desperation where I'm just like trying to throw a bet on anything I can just to get one dub. You know, because I'm just like, oh, it's a 50-50 proposition. Just pick a side. Eventually, I'll win.
Yeah, it sounds like that's not working out for you. Huh?
No.
Bad strategy.
No. So the tide has to turn eventually, though, right?
Well, you know me. I'm always at my most comfortable during a cold streak. That's where I love to be. If I could permanently be in the mindset that I'm in when I'm in a cold streak, because it's similar to the Nuggets being down 3-1, right? That's where, yes, bring on the hate. I'm like a wounded animal cornered, you know. That's my natural habitat. That's how I know how to respond.
That's how I feel today.
Yeah.
I feel that things can only go up from where I am now.
Excellent.
And so it's time to look at this Nuggets game. And weirdly enough, Dre, this feels like it's 3-1. Like, you got to start now.
Yeah.
You can't wait. There's no time to wait.
No, that's right. There are many factors in play to why it feels that way. So
I think you're going to get elimination-style Nuggets tonight.
Yes.
I think that's what it is. And so that leads us into kind of the discussion here that we're looking at. And, of course, should we start or end with the headline of this show, which is the prop to get the Nuggets back into the series?
I mean, why don't we start that way?
Okay, usually you and I are on the same page here.
Yeah, that's right.
But tonight we have a different take on things. So I'll let you go first. I'll give mine. We'll see what the listeners think.
Okay, so I've kind of changed mid. The prop to win the game, there are many Jokic props, and I think having a Jokic night, and in these key games, I'm always dressing appropriately. With my T-shirt, I'm always giving you a message one way or another. Hard to die hard. I was rocking my die hard last game. That one's always a good omen too, and I came in like black on black for the most part too after my. So I think Jokic needs to have a huge night, but the baseline is what's going to set the tone. That little base of garlic and onion to start our sauce. The recipe to win tonight is Jamal Murray going over 24.5.
Explain that to me.
Well, you really need that to kind of set the table. I think that in general, everyone around Jokic and Jamal needs to shoot it better. But if Jamal can be a little more rangy, then those contested shots at the rim aren't going to be as tough to come by. The spacing of the offense will just open up, and it won't be so condensed under the hoop. So we just need Jamal to be able to win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, make some shots, make some threes, and get those 25. Really, I think it needs to be like a 30 to 35-point night from Jamal. But at least we need 25 to really set the table here.
You know, I thought of a couple different... First of all, do you think it's hitting?
Oh, it's hitting.
Okay. Jamal, man. He, Brennan Vogt keeps saying this, but, he has gotten, at least 30% better over, the last month. Maybe 50% better. The types of shots he's executing and the confidence in which he's playing and the dribbling and the passing, it's incredible to watch.
Jamal Murray has more, phenom nights in the playoff bubble than he's had his whole career.
Yeah, pretty incredible. So, I think it's hitting as well. And there's a couple different ways I think you could go here to answer this question that are Lakers, such as
good point.
KCP under 9.5.
Oh, a KCP key, huh?
Yeah, get him, he cannot be hit just knocking down open threes. Yes. I think you could go, Danny Green under 7.5. Again, you just... If it's just if it's just LeBron and AD, I think you survive the storm. But to go Nuggets here, to me, and if our guy D-Line Co is watching, he'll appreciate this. The prop to keep the Nuggets in the series is Nikola Jokic over 9.5 rebounds. Now, that you mentioned before the show, that sounds like an old school basketball coach being like, our big's got to rebound if we're going to win this game.
That's right.
But it's not about that. It's not about old school basketball. It's about the Jokic look in his eyes.
I like it.
I believe it was Eric and Adam who uncovered this, that whenever it's a huge game, Jokic crashes the boards and he racks up rebounds. And so
22 in Game 7, of course, notably, so quite recently.
Yes. Yep. Now, you don't need 22 here. You need 10. Now, he's had 6 in the first 2. 6 each in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
That part of that is the Lakers' length and all of that, and the fact that he's, having to box out guys and whatnot.
Sure.
But I think you're going to see him just going all over the boards tonight. So if you see that, if you see him with like 3 rebounds in the first 2 minutes, then he's got that tonight.
I like that. You're talking me into it.
All right.
I think that's a good one.
It's minus 139 at over 9.5. Which isn't the best value, but comparatively, I love finding these little I don't know what's the an inefficiency. I don't know what it is, but Jokic to get a double-double is minus 167.
Automatic.
Riddle me that. How is it that minus 167, but just getting 10 rebounds is only minus 139? I guess it's because you keep alive the assists double-double, but it's not. I mean, he's not doing like 10, 10, and 7.
No, that's right. There's a lot of overreaction to the previous game. And, last game he was 30 and 9 assists. So, yeah, maybe they're but only 6 boards. So they're kind of hedging with that. But, yeah, that one seems automatic.
Now you're starting to talk me into triple-double. He had 9 assists last game?
No. Triple-double is a good one.
I'm not in a position to be taking stabs at plus 500s. I just need wins.
That's about the only position I'm in right now, I think, is stabbing plus 500s. Speaking of which, you can get the Nuggets to win in 7 at plus 3,500, which is fun.
Plus 3,500.
That's fun. That sounds like a good time to me.
You know who's on that for sure.
Is that Hank I hear in the distance?
There he is. He's here. Hey, Hank.
Hi, Hank.
Are you on it?
Of course I'm on it.
Of course he's on it, he says.
Yeah, Nuggets in 7. It's happening.
I still believe in Nuggets in 6, Andre. You just gotta stick by your guns.
Time to step it up. This does feel like the one game of the series where the Nuggets are leading most of the game.
If going up 1-0 and then, or if going down 1-0 and then winning the next 4 is a gentleman's sweep, what is going down 2-0 and then winning the next 4? Is that a simp sweep?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
That'd be fun. Yeah, I get the feeling this is going to be, the Nuggets get ahead. I think they start to hit shots. Things open up. Ball starts to pop a little more with that added spacing. They tire the Lakers out, and they win easy. What concerns me is Nuggets up, comfortable lead. Lakers come back, and then it gets a little tricky. And that's where the series could really be won or lost tonight.
Wouldn't it be great to see the Nuggets control a game in this series?
Would be very nice. I think we're due for one like that. And the rest are just going to be bloodbaths. Which, whatever, I mean.
You mean bloodbaths in the sense of just exchanging punches?
Yes.
I mean, that didn't feel that way last game, though. This was Nuggets dragging themselves, pulling themselves through it, type of thing. Of like, that's the hardest thing about this Lakers team. And you have to give respect to them. They make everything seem so difficult.
They do.
Except for the few times where Nikola Jokic just bullies someone and goes and gets a layup. Yeah. It feels like the Nuggets are just grinding on every possession. God, I can't believe they didn't win last game.
Yeah, they just need to hit some more shots. Really, I think everyone just needs to settle in. They made some tougher shots last game, but... game 1, the Lakers are getting themselves hyped up and everything, and they're trying to really punk the Nuggets. But a lot of that, I think, is like some inner insecurity manifesting itself. And
this team is full of that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we need to remember there's no team that's where that core has won together.
Right.
So everyone's trying to hype each other up and say, hey, we can do this. We can do this. But
I mean, the perfect example of the Lakers' insecurities was the way they reacted when Kyle Kuzma hit that buzzer beater in the lead up.
Right.
Like they were trying to act like that was such a big deal because they were trying to convince themselves into like a momentum type of game. It was gross, honestly. But now the Nuggets have to do it. Another one I think is really important to the game is Michael Porter Jr. over 10.5 points.
Yep. It's felt like an MPJ series to a lesser extent.
You know, I tweeted out last week when Noah Fant said, like, they didn't do anything differently. They just didn't go to me in the second half. And I was like, Noah Fant, MPJ shaking hands. What is up with that, dude? MPJ hits one in LeBron's eye. And he gets one shot after that. At least until late in the game. I can't remember if he got one again later.
You know what? MPJ, to me, he gets one shot is flawed. He needs to go get those shots. He needs to rebound on offense. He needs to cut without the ball. He needs to make himself available and not expect plays to be run for him. He needs to get in a rhythm otherwise, and then those plays, then those shots that were kind of running for him at the end of the shot clock or whatever, then those will come.
I just don't understand why you wouldn't, like, just drive and kick.
I think I like that they weren't just settling for shots last game.
Fair.
But I think you're right. More driving and kicking. I wish we had a prop for rebounds for MPJ because I think that's another key.
He's an unbelievably natural rebounder.
Yes.
So fun to watch go get the ball.
And against the Lakers, it's important. I want to tell you this. The public likes the Nuggets. They like the Nuggets plus 6.5 on the spread. 60% of the bets are being placed on the Nuggets. That's 64% of the money. So even the wise guys agree. And even on the straight up money line, the handle, the money, 70% of it going on the Nuggets plus 250.
Whoa. Maybe the people know something.
No, the people know. The people know. And I think if you were watching that Lakers game, you know, so much of the national theme is, oh, the Nuggets got punked. Oh, they lost. They kind of missed their chance. I think we saw a big momentum swing there at the end.
Do you have any interest in this DraftKings odd boost today? Lakers or Nuggets to score the first basket of the game, plus 150. I usually don't like the player to score the first point of the game, but you do have a 50. You should have a 50-50 chance. This is much more of a
coin flip. Yeah,
it is a sucker's bet.
Sure
but
is.
Do you take your chances on the coin flip?
No.
Okay.
As that long pause would suggest. I mean, will I have fun here and just watch the first possession with you and have action on it to do that? Yeah, sure. Is that something I'm giving out? Not really. I would pick the Lakers, right?
So I thought there's like an emotional hedge thing there that you could do where you pick the Lakers and then you're happy if the Nuggets score the first bucket. And it's a win-win type of thing.
What a sweet kid.
By the way, I just found in the odds boost, you should always on your DraftKings Sportsbook app. And let me quickly tell you about the DraftKings Sportsbook app. It's the highest rated sportsbook app in the country. And my goodness, it's so much fun. You get all these odds boosts. You get all these, just promos, all these awesome things. And you can get a sign-up bonus up to $1,000 when you use the code DNVR. That's a sign-up bonus up to $1,000 when you use the code DNVR when you sign up. It's pretty sick. You should do it. And when you do, let us know so we can, be DraftKings buds. Yeah. Anyways, DraftKings, sign up, do it. It's the best around by far. The best promos, the best odds, the best everything. at DraftKings Sportsbook, and definitely the best app. This thing is just so smooth. So
yeah, it's humming.
Head over to DraftKings, download that app, use the code DNVR, get that sign-up bonus up to $1,000. Of course, you must be 21 or older. Colorado only. Bonus comprised of first deposit bonus and a first bet match, each up to $500. Deposit bonus requires a 25x playthrough, and restrictions do apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details, and if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. So I just saw in the odds boosts, Nikola Jokic triple-double boosted from plus 500 to plus 600.
Beautiful. Love it.
What do you think of this one, too? LeBron James and Jamal Murray over 52.5 combined points.
I'll tell you, another key of the game, I think, is LeBron kind of hitting the under on whatever he's at. It would be really nice if LeBron, who the Nuggets really dared to shoot the ball in crunch time last game, and he wilted like a flower. If that could carry over a little bit, if you could, kind of play some Giannis-like defense on LeBron and say, hey, no dunks for you, but we'll give you wide open long jumpers all day. If that kind of gets him struggling, so I think it's a bit against my Jamal Murray over 24 points to win the game.
I don't know what LeBron shoots from three-point range, but never when he releases it do I think it's going in.
Yeah.
It's weird. So you don't like Jamal and LeBron over 52.5?
No, I don't love it.
What if Jamal just scores 53 himself?
I think it could really be a 40-point Jamal night. 40 plus,
If that happens, man, I'll be so happy.
We're getting 2 this series.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it better start tonight, then.
Did you not know that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, I'm sorry I didn't relay that news. Yeah. We're getting 2 of those. We're getting one Yoke triple-double night and then another, Yoke stupid night.
Austin here says we should tweet out our locks and picks you like. I can't remember them all. We can't remember them all either.
Yeah.
Andre usually has a bet slip of 400 bets. The thing is, once you put it in your bet slip, you have to finish that to place the bet.
So what's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on?
We should, though.
Yeah,
we
could
get a
communicate
graphic
that
going.
better.
Yeah.
It's true.
Okay, so give me. We've covered what the Nuggets need to do.
Yeah.
What do you think is most likely to happen? What is I guess since you think Jamal's going for 40, your favorite bet is also the one that you think the Nuggets need the most.
Yep. I think it's a classic Nuggets and over, which you can get at plus 480. I think, Maul goes off. I think Yoke also has a nice game. Yoke, they're scared of the rebounds, points, assists, right?
Yeah, they are scared.
He's for sure going off for you would have to set that at 50 basically for me to even consider the under, and then we'd still hit the over. So I think it's that kind of night, and I think it's a night where MPJ goes over 10.5. Really interesting what they did with PJ Dozier.
Nuggets and under plus 480.
Plus 480. Maybe a sprinkle on that, because there is a scenario where this is like a poo-poo platter game from the Lakers. An easy win for the Nuggets, right?
Why are you bringing Chinese food into this?
Well, I'm just saying. They could really stink it up out there. I could see that coming.
Andre,
So I don't know. I'm not inspired by that.
I've never been this gun shy in my life. I can't. I just don't see anything. I don't see anything that I think is a lock.
I will say I'm a little shook from Monday night last night. That was
Dude, it's your fault. You were too confident.
Bad. Well, halfway through the first half, I'm thinking oh, this is in the bag. My only regret was that the Saints didn't hit a field goal and we're just up 10 instead of 14.
Yeah.
That's all I was thinking. I never saw the Raiders coming back, ever.
Dude,
Did
Darren
not
Waller
see that coming.
is uncoverable.
How is it that the AFC West for 5 generations just has the best tight ends in the league?
I don't know, man.
It's insane.
I know. Antonio Gates, Tony Gonzalez, Travis Kelce.
Yeah,
Now this
Shannon
Waller guy.
Sharp, yeah.
Dude, I can't get over Waller.
He's insane.
They tried to cover him with Malcolm Jenkins. It didn't work. They tried to cover him with Demario Davis. It didn't work. They tried to cover him with P.J. Williams. It didn't work. They couldn't do anything.
No, they were, yeah, it was no good.
If I didn't have money on the Saints, it would have been cathartic to see a team suck so much against the tight end, because it's it's not only the Broncos.
The Eagles, who I know you sympathize with, Tyler Higbee went off for 3 touchdowns on them. So
Probably could have gotten incredible odds on that.
yes, you sure could have. Rockies won yesterday.
Yes.
3 more
baby.
wins. Let's go.
Road to 27.
Yeah, we can do it. I believe.
The Hot Rocks. It's time.
Just when we thought they would let us down, they're ready to inspire us all over again.
Okay, so I don't have a lock. I'm sorry.
You don't have a lock?
I don't have a lock for this game. I don't believe in myself is what it comes down to.
Jokic double-double's the lock.
Jokic 9.5 rebounds is good. I like it. But I'm scared of everything. I told you last night I didn't trust the Saints because I can't trust anything right now. Can't even trust myself.
I hate when you're like this.
I know. It's tough.
Ooh, fun story.
Oh, well, tell me.
Kind of crazy. So I have a 9-way parlay.
Sounds dumb.
First game doesn't hit, so it's in the dumps like 2 days in, or like 90 minutes in. But anyways, I still like win 7 of the 9 picks. One of these 7 that I win, though, it turns out was the best odds. And had I put this in a round robin parlay, I would have made great money because 7 of 9 picks hit. The best odds of the picks that hit was plus 280 for Verona and Roma to tie, and they tie. Well, 2 days later, it turns out Roma played a player that wasn't on their active roster. They were allowed to play him last year because he was under 23. There's a rule where under 23-year-olds don't have to be on your active roster, but he turned 23 to start the season. Now he had to be on their active roster. They didn't realize they started him, so even though the game was a tie, they lost by a 3-0 forfeit. Now, retroactively 2 days later. So think if that parlay had hit, how devastated I would be with that retroactively being changed 2 days later. Betting, man, you never know what's gonna come.
There's always something else.
In fact, my new goal in life is to place an erroneous bet and have it hit. So often I find myself going to my bet sheet and wishing like, God, I hope I actually put the other pick by accident in and saved my day. It never happens.
I've done it.
Oh, what a sweet feeling that must be. It is a
sweet feeling. What was I just going to say? One of my goals in life is to get one of those pictures where 2 players standing next to each other, their names like say something. Have you ever seen those tweets where there's like 2 guys and like their jerseys create a sentence?
Oh, yeah. I guess I know what you mean. Yeah,
that's one of my goals in life.
To create
I just want to be the person who noticed it.
We all have goals, I guess.
Yes. The other thing, what was I going to say? Oh, this reminds me of what you were just saying. Have you ever lost a fantasy matchup on a stat correction?
Yeah, it's the worst.
That's as bad as it gets.
It's the worst.
That's as bad as it gets.
That really sucks.
All right, well, speaking of fantasy, you guys are about to fire up the DNVR fantasy show.
Yeah.
So tune into that. I am going to be tuning in because I need to know what the hell I'm supposed to do with my massive hole in the lineup because of Saquon Barkley. So I'm sure you guys have lots to talk about. So get ready for that in 20 or so.
That's right.
20 or so minutes.
Yep.
But for us here on DNVR Bets Daily, that's going to do it for us. Hopefully, I pray to the betting gods, give me a couple tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow.